This episode is brought to you by Alison in the US. Thanks so much, Alison. Stephen.
Andrew.
Fancy spending a quiet night inside number 9?
Of course.
Yes, we're going inside number 9 and into the script books again. We're in Series 6, Episode 3, Lip Service, which I'm excited to talk about because I love this episode.
Just for a second, I for some reason, I thought I had the wrong episode. And I don't know why. I was just thinking, hang on a minute, what if he says something I haven't watched? I don't know why. It's the only time that it would have ever happened. But no, I did watch Lip Service.
That's good.
I very much enjoyed it too.
I'm glad to hear that you watched it. Yes, that would be quite... it wouldn't actually be all that surprising for us to watch different episodes, I don't think.
I mean,
I'm surprised we've never done it. But
we're watching them chronologically. Like, there is no excuse to get this wrong, really. Which is why it was such an unreasonable concern that I suddenly had. What if he says something other than lip service?
What would have happened if I had said something other than lip service?
I'd have had to go, whoa, 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 whoa.
Should we stop recording?
Let's stop recording and maybe go and watch an episode quickly or put this off.
Yeah. We'll do it again next week. Try again next week. But we don't have to do that because we have watched the same.
This is completely unfounded concern.
Yeah. So, yes, it was a delight to go back and watch this one because I watched it a lot when it first came out and we were doing our episodes about it. So, as normal, we did a reaction. Well, for Series 6, we did an immediate reaction episode where we recorded live straight after the episode broadcast. But then we went and did another one later on where we had a chance to actually watch it properly and think about it. So if you haven't listened to that, I'd probably recommend going and hearing that one first, where we sort of dissect it probably in more detail than we will now. Because these flicks through the script are just sort of holding what is in the script against what we see on the screen and seeing what has changed and that kind of thing. So, yes, there's quite a few things to talk about in this one. Like, it's not an overwhelming number of things, but enough to keep us going, I think.
There is.
Yes.
It wasn't weird. I don't remember how we reacted to it originally, but I do feel like the episode's more straightforward than I feel like it was the first time we watched it. Because I seem to remember thinking all sorts was going on there. I can't really make head nor tail of what's just unfolded there, when in reality I'd say it's pretty open and shut.
In terms of the conspiracy?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
They've decided to use him to frame for the killing of someone they want to off, and this was quite a good way of doing it.
And she's a government insider, and that's what they've done.
And the German hotel owner is of very little consequence, but just fun. A fun aside.
Yeah, he's not part of it. Yeah. I think without the appearance of him at the end being surprised at finding Felix and then, doing his little TV appearance, news appearance, there would be a question over his involvement.
That's true. Yeah. Because she knew him. She knew his name.
Exactly. But as it was, she probably just knew his name because she would have known everyone in the building. I would imagine they'd have planned out it all and maybe selected that hotel
with its 64% positive reviews.
Yeah. Let's go through the script.
Let's.
So the start is a little bit quicker than the directions that are in the script, I think. You're just straight onto the do not disturb sign on the handle. You don't see Felix immediately, do you?
No, you don't know. And we know it's a 3-star hotel because of the little sign on the door.
Yes. I think when it says slowly, Felix starts to cry and grabs the pillow to stifle his sobs. It's more than just a
It's
just
more
a
than
cry.
just sob. No, it's,
Yeah.
I've got more than just sobs, really over the top. He's howling into. He's almost up there with the howling in Wuthering Heist. Howl, howl.
He is. Yeah. Yeah, and then when he's fiddling with the light switch, there's a bit more in the script. A lot more, in fact. There's a whole, testing the light switch, and then when he presses, or he crosses to the bed where there is another switch, when he presses this, the big ceiling light comes on. Getting frustrated, he goes to turn off the standard lamp and flicks another switch. Now the TV comes on and is blasting out classical music with a graphic reading, "Welcome to the Medway Hotel."
And there was no TV, was there? There's no TV at all in the room at any point, as far as I can see.
Well, there must... Is there? Because they talk about the TV, don't they?
Yeah. Maybe it's over on the console or something.
Yeah, maybe. Although there is a cut when Felix says, "Oh, it was just a TV." When
he doesn't talk about that at all, does he?
He says, "Oh, it's just a TV," but they cut out, "I couldn't find the remote to turn it down."
I also there's a couple of bits with
it's like a trouser press.
Yeah, with Eric that disappeared. He didn't seem to clock the binoculars on the bed. Because that was a direction in the script that he spotted the binoculars on the bed. I guess that would have made things slightly less surprising to him at the end of it.
Yeah.
If he was spotting things that might have led him to believe that actually this was a sniping, he might have been less surprised at the end. So that went. There's a couple of little line changes when he offers to book him a table. So instead of saying "how about that," he says, "Would you like that?" And there's a slight change of phrase where instead of saying "not a problem at all," he said, "that is of no consequence."
Yeah.
I like the idea that he's just sticking little extra bits, a little bit of extra flavour onto Eric.
Yeah. This is of no consequence. Yeah. Which means what? Is it just a different translation of "not a problem"? Or is
I guess so. Yeah, that's not a problem for me.
It almost feels like this
does
this
not
is of no
matter in
consequence
any
to
way
me.
at all.
But also, the fact that you've got quite a lot of work to do doesn't remove your need for any dinner. So
that is of no consequence. I do hope you have a relaxing stay.
Yes. And I think, when with the things that he's noticing, he seems more wrapped up in his sort of hotel world and the things that he really focuses on in terms of what guests get up to.
Oh, he is mainly concerned with the fact that he's already decided there's going to be a prostitute in this room, and that is what is consuming him. All of his concern is about that.
And so binoculars he'd probably just glaze over them because...
Yeah, that does not fit in with my concern.
Exactly. Yes.
These binoculars are of no consequence to me.
Yeah, no consequence binoculars. There is a phone ringing that is cut.
Well, the whole phone conversation is cut, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so the phone rings, Felix's phone rings, and he hurries to answer it. This is just after Eric's Muller leaves. He says, "Hello. Oh, good. Yes, I'm in room 612. There's a nice 9 there.
There is a nice 9. Yep.
There's a lift to the right of reception. Can I ask what you're wearing?" No. I just want to make sure you're not drawing attention to yourself. Maybe you should use the stairs. No, use the lift. It's less conspicuous. Just keep your eyes down and try to avoid the manager. He's a bit paranoid. Bye.
He's a bit paranoid. Good grief.
Yeah. Yes, instead we just sort of see him putting the porn mag in the cupboard.
Yeah.
And hanging up his jacket, finding the kettle, all that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then the door
witheringly at it. He's not impressed with the kettle.
He's not impressed with the kettle. Although I think the pathetic from the script is cut.
He just sort of shakes his head at it, doesn't he?
Yeah. So then the door knocks. There was a weird was listening through headphones, and it sounded like the door knocked when he closes the cupboard door after he's hung his coat up.
Right.
It sounds like the exact same sound as when the door knocks. Because I was like, oh, the door knocked? And I'd be interested if anybody else kind of, hears that. It's like, is that exactly the same sound as when the door actually knocks? Not that it's of any consequence.
It's of no consequence to me.
Yes. So Iris arrives and says, yep, can I look up next? Can I look up yet?
And there's no need for that line anymore because that doesn't
would make absolutely no sense.
Yeah. Yeah. They have a little exchange about the room. They lose the line about them getting. I bet they only got their 3rd star because of their business centre. I say business centre. It's an empty room with a fax machine, a jug of Robinson's barley water. That just went gone. Because I don't know if this place would have a business centre.
No, and it's probably more information than you imagine Iris ought to know about the hotel.
Yes, that's very true. Yeah. Well, depending on who organised this entire thing, who was it? Who selected the hotel?
Well,
even if he selected the hotel. So I guess I will come back to this. Because I think that, I guess they've planted the idea in his head that it would be possible to, if he knew where she was going to be doing her job, it would be possible to go somewhere across the road from that and watch what was going on. And so the moment that he says that, they say, well, why don't we go and do there? I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, because it's basically the exact same objective to have a clear line of sight.
Yeah.
Because you need to be able to lip read.
Yeah.
And shoot. So, yeah.
Luckily, it has adjoining doors.
Yes. Yeah, they've got lucky there.
They do. Because not all hotels do.
No, they don't. I don't know if did we have the reference to Seance Time the first time we watched it, where
I don't know.
Iris says, so it's 20 for a hand.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. The under the taking a dump on a glass table. That one,
coffee table. While I take a dump on it. Yeah. I was going to say we must have done because
I'm sure. Yeah,
it's a big wink. Yeah,
it's a big so to speak. I don't know what that means. She, instead of saying that she's kidding, it was scripted that she says, "I'm joking with you." It became kidding. I don't know if that's a bit more one of those things like in previous episodes, or it's just a bit more in character.
Yeah, I'm kidding with you. I'm joking with you. Yeah, it's a subtle difference, but it does feel like a difference.
More familiar. She seems quite familiar right from the off, doesn't she?
Yeah, and I'm joking with you has a more of a power.
This is a joke.
Yeah, I'm joking with you. Like I'm in charge of joking, whereas I'm kidding is like almost a bit more playful and I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
Just kidding, man. Yeah, just the odd word that's changed until Iris is talking about her job and the experiences that she's had, and she says, "You remember the last Royal Variety Show when Princess Anne was caught saying that Eamon Holmes stinks? That was me." And then Felix says, "Wow, I hope Brenda doesn't say anything like that about me. Maybe she won't say anything about you at all."
Felix looks downcast.
That was quite I like that line.
I did as well, yeah. It's a shame that it went. Because, for some reason, she's wearing Brenda is wearing a different colour top. Don't know why.
Or is she?
It was scripted as purple, and she's wearing a teal green top in the episode.
Maybe they could only get hold of a teal green top, even though you never see it.
We never see it. They're trying to be true to it.
Real attention.
I can't
to detail.
lie. Come on, just act. Act.
Well, he just keeps saying teal green top because that's what he's seeing. Or she's seeing. Yeah.
Oh, and actually, with that, we didn't see Iris's point of view. It's scripted that we would see her point of view at one point. Yeah, we see Iris's point of view as a tall, handsome man greets a smartly dressed businesswoman. So actually, the shirt colour would have mattered had that shot stayed in. So maybe she was wearing a teal green on the day, so they changed the script, then they cut out the POV shot, and so
that
it
would make
became
sense.
of no consequence.
That would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad because apart from seeing that the first shot when he's looking out of the window and you see the 9 on the outside of the building, you don't really want to be seeing anything outside of the room. I don't need
to see Novak Djokovic. There was something. Oh, they just swapped round Iris's line. So it says, Felix, you talking about... sorry, I'm not being funny, Felix, but your wife has very good taste. Are you talking about him or me? Both, though you are physically very different. Was scripted as though you are very different physically.
Yes.
Which seems like a slight change in meaning somehow. I guess all she's got to go on is the physical, really, at this point.
Yeah, though you are physically very different. Though you are very different physically. Yeah, there's something about though you are physically different.
Where the emphasis is.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good change. Then there's a little bit cut. Felix says, what's she saying? Iris says, how was your journey? Did you get the files I sent? Something about a contract. Nothing untoward so far. We just jump straight to, oh, hang on, she's coming to the window.
There was no attempt to grab the... Oh, no, he does try and grab the binoculars, doesn't he? That wasn't scripted.
Yes, he does.
While that's going on, he goes for the binoculars and tries to get hold of them. And then Eric is back.
Here he is. Another knock.
Breakfast menu.
And here again, he's noticed there is no breakfast menu.
It was scripted that they also offer a continental at $24.99 as well as the full English at $31.99, but the continental was cut for some reason.
Continental breakfast.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
What sort of 3-star place
tray
is this?
charge.
Yes.
Trade charges, yeah. And it's funny because when I was thinking, when Felix responds, yeah, that sounds very reasonable, that's what then kind of raises Muller's suspicions because that is not reasonable.
That's an absolute disgrace. You're trying to get rid of me, aren't you?
32 quid for a breakfast. At a hotel you'd think should cost about 32 quid for the night, including breakfast.
You don't need any more coat hangers.
Such a good character. I know some people think, he's a bit over the top in terms of
extra
the stereotyping part, but like no, he's just a fun character.
He's German Basil Fawlty, as he is.
Yeah.
I'm glad they realised they had to cut the line about maintenance to fix the locks.
Yes,
because he doesn't need them because he has the key of a skeleton for such emergencies.
Yeah, which is in the script. It's quite funny, isn't it? Yeah, it's locked for some reason from the inside. Yes, I'll have to get maintenance to come and have a look at that for you. It's all right. I can always go in the kettle. I love them. No need.
No need. I have the key of a skeleton for emergencies. I also like that he produces a small device which he uses to unlock the bathroom door. What is this small device? It's a key. Like it's just a master key for the building.
Belongs to a skeleton.
It's the key of a skeleton. It's one of my favourite lines.
Yeah, it is good. I'd missed how he calls him Mr. Huge instead of Mr. Hughes.
Mr. Huge.
It's like little details like that. Lovely.
There was a word change here that I only really picked up on because I think we've had it before. Shouldn't be so squeamish became don't be so squeamish. And I'm pretty sure, unless this is a weird deja vu thing, that we've had the same line change happen before. I can't remember what episode, but we said it sounded more like an instruction rather than a suggestion to not be so squeamish.
Oh, man.
I don't know why. I just went, oh,
Interesting.
sure we've had that conversation before.
I don't know if I remember that.
It may have been a long, long time ago. Or maybe it was just a conversation we were having outside of this program.
When we're telling each other, you shouldn't be so squeamish.
Don't be so squeamish.
Look at this. Come on. Yeah, no, I don't remember. Maybe someone can help us out with that.
Yeah. I may have made that up. It might be a weird deja vu moment.
And finding out about it is potentially of no consequence. So
It is of no consequence.
don't concern yourself too much. Yeah, I don't really have much more.
There was a line that was added in, and I can't remember. It was after the conversation with Iris, with Brenda, sorry, on the phone.
Mhm.
And then Iris has now found out about everything. He says, I was happy.
Oh, yeah. I was happy. Yeah.
And I remember we spoke quite a lot about it being really interesting to hear the other end of the phone conversation with someone actually saying it, even if they are making mistakes. I wish you'd meet somebody else, Felix. I really do. You deserve a penis.
Yeah.
Happiness.
It is such a great scene that I think it's so clever.
Because it's not on the end of the phone. It's an actual person.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so well executed. Conceived and executed.
Yes. So, Dad Shed became Dad Chat.
It did.
I don't know why they wrote Dad Shed if it could possibly have become Dad Chat.
Dadshed.com.
Sounds weird.
Is it a thing? Maybe this was the issue.
You're about to search that, are you? Are you sure?
Dadshed.com. No, it's not a thing.
They're not. Well, if it was, it would be like Mumsnet, but with sad men rather than competitive women.
Or .co.uk.
No.
Or org. They're all up for grabs.
Dad Chat. And that had to change on her notification on her phone as well.
Yeah, that's quite a big... I wonder why they changed from...
I wonder if someone accidentally screwed that little bit up, creating the notification thing for the phone. And then that meant they had to change it in the script.
Because Dad Shed maybe heard it as Dad Chat.
Yeah. Dad
'Cause it's
Chat.
like Dad
Dad
Shed.
Chat.
Dad Chat. Your dad did what? Where? Because Dad Shed doesn't actually... what does that even mean?
Mum's
is that like
net, Dad's Shed.
Man Shed?
This is like in Nana's Party where the awful Reese character has a shed that he goes and watches pornography in.
He does. The Steve character.
A Steve character, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
He has a dad shed.
He has a
for his
Dad Shed.
porn. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Don't search Dad Shed just in case.
It doesn't take you anywhere. Don't worry.
I feel like they were very much not on the point of a kiss. They had fully committed to it. Like this, it suggested that like they might, maybe they will. No, they were going in.
Absolutely.
All systems will go. There's once everything sort of starts coming out, she heads for the minibar. He doesn't really engage in that at all. She asks, "Is there a minibar here?" And it's scripted that he says "over there" and points over to it. No, that's a rhetorical question. There's a minibar that I'm going to go and get something out of, is what she means.
Yeah, which again is lucky that there was a minibar, because that was part of the plan, wasn't it? Although maybe there was contingency alcohol
With the
in her
knocked
bag
over.
anyway, or
Yeah.
and then making it appear like he's drunk.
Yeah. And they also dropped the Pringles line
They did.
about Pringles being more expensive than gold now.
Yeah, that felt like they're just Stephen Reese are just having a little dig there, and they've got that out of their system, and they don't need to include it in the actual episode.
Bloody Pringles.
And also, it did that. I think reading that, it felt like that wasn't the moment for.
That sounded like she was trying. That would be a very much trying to change the subject and kind of divert from what was going on, but that was pointless. It didn't do anything like that, because then the next bit is really her just opening up about everything anyway. Although she didn't check her watch, which I was kind of surprised by, because I'd have thought that would be quite important that she checked her watch. Maybe she just forgot to do it, and it wasn't worth ripping up the scene for and going again.
Yeah. Or she's just totally on it. She knows in her mind exactly what the time is.
Yeah. And then it all goes off.
Yes. When she says you won't be charged for this session, I'll tell the office you never turned up. I was thinking, isn't that a reason to charge him?
This isn't a doctor's appointment.
At least, maybe half.
Maybe. No, I think all. Unless he had very good reason. Unless he had been in an accident on the way.
Or had given a sufficient amount of notice to say, cancel.
But I'd suggest not turning up would be
I'd still
no
charge.
notice.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, and then it kicks off, as you say. And there's a couple of lines cut here when they're getting it on, and he goes and closes the curtains, says, "Don't want anyone spying on us, do we?"
Which must have been a bit of a for her. They need open.
Yes.
What important they're open.
Yes, and this is what you get for 3 stars.
Yeah.
Also cut. Referring to the fact that they fell through the beds.
Which is quite a nice little scene.
I think that's the thing about this episode. There's all these really nice little moments amidst the moderately grimy moments.
But none of them are real, because she's
No.
playing a character. Because she's actually a hard-nosed political operative.
Yeah. And I suppose at least you have the takeaway of Felix having until the realization that Brenda has been shot and that he is about to get shot. He's had quite a nice little 5 minutes.
Well, and he probably doesn't know. I don't think he knows much about the whole him being shot bit.
No, I don't think he would.
I think those
It's a very
last few
precise-
minutes are such a blur that actually he probably went out fairly happy.
Yeah. There's a happy ending, really, this.
In a way. I guess so.
This is the happy ending that Control-Alt-Delete didn't give us. No, Control-Alt-Escape.
But he was Control-Alt-Deleted. I'm telling you right now. The last bit that changed was Eric's contribution to the news report was cut, which is a shame. Was he on screen? I don't think he was on screen. I think we just heard him, didn't we? He seemed very agitated and was quite rude about the hotel, which is ridiculous because we have a 64% approval rating. All went.
Yeah. Yeah, they just left in, he seemed very agitated.
Yeah. And I noticed he'd been drinking, which is never a good sign.
Yeah. Yes, but the 36%
they just ignored.
disapproval rating. It's of no consequence. Yeah, that's not a great approval rating, Eric. I'm going to... Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I wanted to mention Rob Fenwick before we finish. 'Cause
Oh,
he's
go on.
doing the London Marathon.
Yes.
And there's a link to donate to the charity he's running for on the Nindle
Oh, great. Okay.
page. So, yes, we'll pop a link to that in the show notes. So if he mentioned that in our special day special, he was going to do that. So, yeah, go and support him. He's on his way to his target. So do. And that gives me a chance to, bring my cryptic crossword clue that I had nobody respond to when I posted it on Blue Sky. Not on our AQNIN9 account, but I say that, I can't remember what the clue was now, but
It was Beefy
Beefy gripped by a long drink.
gripped by a long drink.
One word, 5 letters. So if anybody knows the answer to that, get in touch. You can email us at quietnightinsidenonine@gmail.com or on Blue Sky at AQNIN9.
And if you're so impressed with that, then there is a PayPal me link to donate.
Yeah,
That would be amazing.
we'll put that in the show description. Yes, that is it. Anything more to say?
I don't think so.
Short and sweet.
What are we back for next time?
Hurry up and wait next time.
Hurry up and wait.
Well, until then, have a lovely week.
So long.
Bye-bye.